Hi, it's Wednesday evening. I'm weather analyst Andrew Fleck, just here for a weather outlook for the analysiswx.com's team. And as you can see, folks, it's a little different than other videos that I've done, and a little bit of a different layout. And well, that is because I'm going into more of a direct and base scheduling video updates. What this means is, instead of doing a video at midnight, one late afternoon the next day, another by evening time, and 2 days later, I'm going to start doing it in a more organized fashion, such as a video like this where I'll have bullet points. We'll talk about the headlines of the major weather across the course of the United States, give some briefing about it, and then push on. I'll be doing not just that every day, but if weather is aggressive and is catching the public's eye, even maybe a video separate on what is occurring around the United States if a storm is occurring. So to do a schedule-based video like this, I'll be pretty much updating about every morning or late afternoon, any time around the daytime I will be doing. So look forward to that. As I said, this will be more of a scheduled-based update for US Outlook's page on analysiswx.com. So, getting into the points, we're going to explain today the lake effect snows that some areas could see 6 to 12, even 12 plus across Lake Michigan and around Lake Erie. Then after that, frigid air enters the picture. And then we'll talk about later this weekend the possibilities of an eastern seaboard storm and maybe yet another chance of a snowstorm across the mid-Atlantic region. So let's first get into the first bullet point, and that was the lake effect snows. And what we have here is a storm that affected the upper Midwest and Great Lakes with a major blizzard is now pulling the Great Lakes machines and starting to get them going. And what we have now is a northwest wind capturing itself right back into the storm. And what's happening here is you have moisture in the lakes here, and east, because of a northwest wind, east of these lakes are going to get pretty much hit with a lot of moisture coming off the lakes. And what you're then going to get is a lot of snow just east of these lakes areas. And again, this one area up here is going to be a pretty big jackpot area. Surrounding areas, of course, can see some squalls as well, but it's not going to be as prolonged as some areas up across Michigan could be. And of course, then as we head more to the northeast, which I'll talk about, they even have a good chance of seeing some lake effect snows as well. So looking at the snow map, we can pretty much guess that, of course, where the areas are closer to the lakes is where you're going to be seeing that higher snow amounts of 6 to 12 plus inches around upper Michigan, and of course wherever you're around the lakes you're going to be seeing snows. Some areas, like I said, could be just having scattered showers, but still could see that 3 to 6, 1 to 3 inches of snow. And like I said, even around Lake Erie, which I'll show you on the next imagery, could see 6 to 12 plus inches of snow. On the next imagery here, speaking of the northeast, we're going to explain to you now that even across Buffalo, Rochester, Lake Erie, there's going to be some snow falling in perhaps at good rates even around that area too, because we finally have the storm moving up across the upper northeast now that affected the upper Midwest with a true blizzard, and now you're having your snowstorm up across the northeast here, and still from today still winding itself back up. Mainly the storm itself is affecting upper Maine, and this area in here is going to be talking about a pretty good snowstorm for at least the next hour to 3 to 4 hours. As we get into the early Thursday morning, things should start to taper off, but we will have some straggling snow showers and squalls all day tomorrow and Thursday for the upper northeast. So we do expect some snow out of this, of course, tonight into tomorrow morning. Of course, the Great Lakes feature here of 12 inches, 6 to 12 across the lakes. As you go more northeastward, you have that little bit of batch of 12 plus 6 to 12 inches across the Maine area, and that is because of that storm that is finally shifting through Maine, soon to be Nova Scotia and northeastern Canada. And all of that is going to be shifting out, like I said. Some areas, though, that may be getting a shower or a squall with it being that cold, you could get some quick accumulating snow. So moving out of the Great Lakes now, let's talk about the temperatures. The temperatures are going to be cold, folks, and very, very cold. We have this storm up here that finally moved out that affected the big blizzard up in the upper Midwest. Well, it opened a cold air bash down from the upper Midwest, the lakes, the mid-Atlantic region, and the northeast. And we're going to be seeing lake effect snows continuing through Thursday and Friday, and colder air every time we get through, every night Every day that's coming up this weekend to weekend, it's just going to be getting colder. We're talking about lows across the east, even into Pennsylvania, talking about the teens. Upper Midwest, talking about single digits, even not even a digit, maybe 0 degrees possible up in the upper Midwest around Minnesota. That's how cold it is going to be. So I can't hesitate to, stay true to the advisories, any freezing warnings that do occur, any blowing snow advisories or any of that combined with the cold can be very dangerous, especially with what a blizzard has just punched through the area. So up in the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, even as far north, far east as the Mid-Atlantic, it's going to be very cold coming into the next night. So it's going to be a little different than what you guys have been seeing, and significantly by this Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend time frame. And then last but not least, we see one thing on the models, and a lot of the folks across the East Coast have been talking about this, and that is the storm off the eastern seaboard, either across North Carolina or off Virginia or New Jersey. And the big question is, where's the high pressure going to be setting up? Where's the low going to bomb? Is the low going to bomb? Or are we going to get a snowstorm? It's all really at handle's edge right now. I really wanted to talk a little bit more about it, but we're out of time. I can promise you tomorrow, folks, that we will talk about a lot more of this in our late morning update tomorrow on your Thursday. So I hope you enjoyed my video segment. Like I said, runs a little quick. I can't go over 10 minutes, but just to give you the bullet points, just to explain things a little more thoroughly for you, I really sure hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I can continue to work through and improve this weather outlook for analysiswx.com. I'm weather analyst Andrew Fleck, just giving you your update for your Wednesday evening and afternoon. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you late Thursday morning.